asked like how you got into improv, and kind of I don't do a lot of like dissection of the scene.
Yeah, it's just more like, how'd you get into improv? Why do you like it? Yeah.
Yeah. What brought you in? Hang on one sec. Yes. Okay. Well, just keep trying. I'll be down in a few minutes.
The internet.
Oh yeah, my daughter's like, whenever I try to log in, there's an error. I go, yep. I go, that's right. That's what's happening right now. And then I stopped getting like freaked out about it. It's like, there's not, I can't control it, you know?
I can't control it. Yeah. I had that a couple of weeks ago. I got all freaked out about my internet, getting frustrated, and then it fixed itself. And my boyfriend had to sit me down and was like, "It's fine. You're fine. You're fine."
My therapist was like, write down all the stuff you're worried about, and then look at the stuff you can control, and then just cross out the things you can't control. And it was like, oh wow, well that list got a lot shorter. I can't control the internet. I can't control being online. Like it's gonna.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to be online.
That's a smart therapist. I'm gonna steal that move and then say it to my therapist, and he'll be like, "Who told you that?" And I'll be like, "I don't know.
I just know.
I don't know. It's just me.
I don't know. Let's see. Pick a number. 1 to pick a number 1 to 131.
Oh my God. 77.
Of course.
If you can find it. If not, number 7.
No. 77 it is. And this is, I don't want to brag, Erin, but this is what people tune in for. It's the counting of the suggestions. It's the Jay Suko counts to 77 of the suggestion. Talk amongst yourself, folks. 4, 6, 8. All right, we're at 10. All right, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18. Okay, we're at 22, 26, 28, 30, 32, 40. 40. You doing good? You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I got my water.
46, 48, 52, 4, 6, 8, 62, 4, 6, 8, 72, 74, 76, 77. Okay, so this is a perfect one too. This comes from Cheryl, and our suggestion is Gag Reflex. Gag Reflex.
Oh, perfect.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Thanks, Cheryl. I'm doing okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine. You?
Yeah, I feel like I'm doing okay, but then when we were talking about it, I'm like, am I doing okay? I think I'm doing okay. We're fine, right?
Yeah, we're fine. You just got to relax into it.
Okay.
Just breathe, Josiah. Just relax into it.
Okay. I feel like I should be feeling something, and I'm like trying to subconsciously wish for something to happen right now.
Well, it hasn't begun yet. Okay, so just relax. Deep breathe into it. We can't start until you're fully relaxed.
Okay. Can I? You want to put some music on or something?
Yeah. What? Okay. Yeah. Put the radio.
Is that okay, or should we not put music on?
Let's not put music on. Let's sit alone in our thoughts.
Okay. Okay.
So it's supposed to kick in. The package said it's supposed to kick in a few minutes, and it's been a few.
It's like the waiting, the anticipation.
Yeah. Okay. That's the best part about it. It's waiting to see what happens.
Is it warm? Is it warm in here?
This is your first time?
Yeah.
I thought you did edibles before.
I've done before, but I haven't done this before.
Now I'm freaking out. Now I'm freaking out. I don't like it.
I feel like it's like, you know, hey, do you roller skate? Yeah, well, you can roller blade. I feel like it's the same thing here. I've
Okay, so
done
what did you do? What did you do before that counts as rollerblading in this land?
well, I mean, I've done shots. I've partied, so I've done shots before. I've
That's not
okay.
that's not the same. It's not the same name.
I got crazy with my neighbor Ken Ogle. We smoked a potato chip bag and some catnip when I was younger, and that was it. They were like
Toxic. That sounds
very
dangerous.
toxic.
Sounds dangerous.
I think I had a hash brownie once. I felt real like lightheaded afterwards. So
Well, okay, you're gonna be fine. I only gave you 500 milligrams, so you're gonna be
okay.
totally fine.
Okay.
You know, wait a minute. 500, not 50. Okay. Here's the thing. Hey, bud, come back to me. Come back to B. Come back to center, bud. Hey, buddy. Remember what we talked about? Like, if you're starting to feel weird, use the word that we agreed on.
Hamburger.
Okay. All right. French fries. Come back.
Hamburger.
French fries.
Hamburger.
French fries.
You hear that laughing? I hear laughing. Do you hear the laughing?
I'm not sure. I think maybe you're tripping really hard.
I hear it's a giggle. It sounds like a child's giggle.
You might be. I don't want to tell you it's a ghost because that's going to freak you out more right now. French fry. Hamburger. Come on back over. Come back over. French fries.
You don't hear that laughter?
Okay, now I hear the laughter. Are we both tripping?
I mean,
okay,
I hear
hamburger. I'm hamburgering.
French fry.
Hamburger. French fry. Okay. You hear that?
Okay. I
do you hear that? Do you hear that?
Is that sounds like, is that a dog? It sounds like a dog.
I feel like there's
okay, so this is pretty great. If this is what it is.
This stuff is wild.
The sound of, I mean, a child's laugh and a dog sounds like the dog is laughing is actually calming me down.
Okay. Oof. Everyone, oof, dog and the children in our brain. Everyone just relax.
This is exactly what I had hoped it would be.
Really? Because I thought I was gonna, I thought I was gonna feel like, less like, my skin's falling off and that my apartment's haunted, but that's okay.
Is this not supposed to be happening? Because this is the greatest thing I've ever experienced, to be honest with you. This is really, it's soothing. It's, oh my God.
Josiah, can I be really honest with you? I've never done this before. I lied.
What?
I don't know. When I met you at that 7-Eleven, I was just like, this guy looks cool. He looks like he could be a friend. I just really need a friend. And I thought, hey, what's better at making friends? Drugs. So that's why I asked you. So I've never done this before. I'm sorry, dude.
I just need a friend too.
You really? But you seem so cool. Why would you need a friend?
Nobody knows who I am. I just have a lot of acquaintances, but nobody knows me.
That's kind of like a humble brag in a way. You know what I mean? You're like, I know a lot of people. It came out weird. It came out, yeah. I know.
I feel like I could tell you anything.
You can. I feel like I can tell you anything. Can I tell you something?
Yes, please.
One time when I was 11,
please.
I stole a Debbie snack from the store and then I hid it in the closet and my mom found out and I blamed my younger sister and it wasn't her. It was me. I did it. And I shouldn't have. And to be fair, the punishment was pretty severe. She got grounded for like a month. And I just remember being like, why are you restricting calories? That's a whole thing. But I never told anybody that. It was my fault, and I felt like if I didn't tell somebody, I was going to bust.
How?
Stuff's great.
How long have you been carrying that weight?
Oh, 30 years.
Oh, Terry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Poor,
Terry.
poor Terry.
Oh, God, let it out.
I just wish that when I met you, that I could have told you that I hadn't done this before. I'm sorry. I just really wanted someone to hang out with me.
I'm glad it happened this way. If you had told me that you hadn't done this before, I don't think I'd be feeling safe to do it with you.
That's true. Sometimes lies are comforting. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, God.
you
Oh,
like
God.
oh no.
Oh, God.
Hey, just breathe into it. Just breathe into it, buddy. Remember the
God.
other word we talked about?
The pickleball.
Yeah, pickleball, buddy.
Pickleball.
Pickleball. It helps with nausea. Pickleball. It's scientifically proven. I read it on a Snapple bottle.
Pickleball.
Pickleball. Not pick up ball, but pickleball. Now you feel better? You feel better, champ?
I feel better.
Oh
Oh,
no. Oh no.
good. Breathe.
Pickleball.
Breathe.
Pickleball.
Hamburger.
Hamburger pickleball.
Pickleball.
Oh, that kid's laughing is back. The kid's laughing is back.
That's a good sign.
You hear that, dude?
That's a good sign. I think that kid is like our guide. Just follow the laughter. We just have to follow the laughter.
Are you sure? Because in horror movies, they say, stay away. Stay away from the laughter, Josiah.
I'm going to follow the laughter.
It's such a you thing.
It's so beautiful.
Okay, but hey, come back to me. I need it. You're my totem. It's like Inception. I can't leave you.
I'm on the terrace.
Oh, I didn't even realize you had a terrace. That's nice. It's a nice upgrade.
Wait, wait. What did you think of Inception? Did you like that movie? I thought it was okay.
I thought it was good. I didn't really fully understand it. I'm gonna be oh wow. Real honest with you. Oh, the dog's back.
Ah!
My retreat. Oh, okay. All right, hamburger, pickles, pickleball, fries. Hamburger, pickleball, fries.
You're my best friend.
When you get back already?
You're my best friend now.
I thought you were gonna say my best friend Copper, like Fox and the Hound.
Wait, are you a cop?
No, like Copper, like the element.
Okay. I was like, I think you gotta say you're a cop, but I think that's not true. I don't think you have to say you're a cop.
And it's not a law. I think anyone can be a cop without telling you, because cops have to go to Costco, right?
Right.
Do they walk in and say, I'm a
God.
cop?
I'm gonna take. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a nap.
Okay, I'm gonna go through my life choices right now. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't meet people at 7-Eleven and bring them on edible rides. Or maybe I should. I should. I should. I can do whatever I want. I'm not hurting anybody.
Hey.
Josiah, are you alive?
Let's go to Cuba.
Cuba now?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to Cuba. This is the best idea I've ever heard.
Shane.
Yeah.
Erin, you're so fun.
You're fun. You're more fun, Jay.
No, you are. You're so funny and so talented. I miss you so much. I miss like working with you and doing stuff and hanging out.
I miss you too. Miss you a lot. Thanks for letting my dog also stop by in a cameo. He never howls, and then a minute like the seed started, he was like,
There's no there's no child in my room, so I don't know what that sound was.
I have no idea what that kid laughing was. That was our that's no offense to anyone else, my favorite audience member today.
Oh, the best, right?
Yeah, you too, Derby. You too, Derby. Derby Lunchbox.
How'd you get into improv? How'd you get started?
Oh,
And how did Derby get into improv? That's the big.
oh yeah, his debut today. He's like finally a platform for me.
He's good. He's good. He's in tour.
He's good. He tour code. Yeah, he's gonna start touring real fast. We're gonna start boats for that. So I got started when I was in community college. I went for acting, and I had an improv class and I loved it. But before that, I was like, yeah, I want to do comedic acting. And I started going to school for acting, hated it, dropped out of community college, started doing murder mystery dinner theater, and wound up driving to Chicago to take classes at Second City, and
For how long?
got into improv that way.
How long was that drive when you were going from Michigan?
3.5 hours there, 3.5 hours back. I would do it. So I'd drive, take 2 classes, try to get on a show or go see a show, and then I would drive back. And so if I had a rough class or got a lot of notes or feedback, I would be like sitting in the car for 3.5 hours on the way back, being like, oh, what am I doing? Why did I choose this life? That scene was bad. It was bad, you know.
But you got to go through about 1,000 of those, right? You got to, and then just not. You get to a point where you're like, oh, I just don't care anymore. Not that you like try to sabotage, although some people do. You just you're like, there's so like this one. I can't be precious with this one scene that I'm doing right now. It's a process.
Yeah, you can't, because that's when you get into pre-planning. That's when you get in your head, right? When you're like, a scene has to go a certain way, like, and much like life, you can't plan it. You can do your best to have to go in intentions, like with a motivation, right? You can have all the motivation in the world, but if you've got plans, don't think like, you know, it's not going to be fun. Like, how is it fun to control another person? Right. For some people it is, right? But
no, it's not. For some people, that's what they want to do, but I don't think it is fun. I think it's a fear thing.
Yeah, I don't know where this is going, so I have to put my claws in and you know, and drive the scene as much as possible, or with drive, which is really just controlling it. So it's like you got to let that go, because 2 minds are better than one, or how many brains are better than one?
Right. It's like, oh, if we together focus on something, A, we only have to do half of the work each, and B, we can create something so much cooler than the thing you're going to think of by yourself.
Yeah, and it's like you're by yourself all the time. Let someone else in your brain, right? Like you're bored of yourself. Let's all be honest. We're bored of ourselves. Let someone else come in and play with the puppet strings for a minute and help you out a little bit, right?
Well, bored, and sometimes, a lot of times, hate ourselves. We pick on ourselves. We hate ourselves. We think we're idiots. Like, so we are not compassionate towards ourselves. And sometimes I think we can get that with teammates and ensemble mates and people we work with, where it's like, oh, they're showing me some compassion I'm not showing myself.
Yeah, I once had, I told a story on stage, and it was a class, and I was telling a story, and I ended the story differently than how it actually really ended. It was the story of my first kiss. And I told it like, oh yeah, our heads butted and blood went everywhere. And the guy goes, oh, but not only do I not believe you. And I'm like, fair. And he goes, why would you end it that way? How did it really end? And I was like, it was really sweet and very memorable and great first kiss. And he's like, great, end it that way. Don't be afraid to win on stage.
Wow.
Right. That doesn't mean like take over the whole scene and conquer, literally kill everybody in your scene, like do that. But like, it's okay to win on stage. It's okay for good things to happen to your character as well as bad things, because entertainment also comes from the good. And so I try to live that way. Like, okay, it's okay to win sometimes, right? It's okay to let yourself win on stage.
Why do you think that the tendency for improvisers is to lose on stage? Is that to protect themselves? You know what I mean? Like, the tendency is to be like, oh, I'm not good, or it turned out terribly, or this or that. Like, and bullies win a lot in improv scenes when they shouldn't. Like, what do you think that is? Do you think it's an ego thing, a fear thing?
I think it's a fear thing, and it's definitely like you're not used to. A lot of improvisers, let's be honest, aren't used to winning all the time, right? Like there's something that brings you in comedy, like, you know, tragedy plus time equals comedy classes, right? That's exactly what it equals. It equals going to comedy classes. So I think it's a point of like, hey, I've never won, so why should I win here? Or people want to see me lose. And
Right.
that's not the case. You think people want to see you lose, and that's not the case. Like we want to see you do good. Like, and I think too, a lot of improvisers shy away from real emotion in scenes because
100%.
they're too afraid to be real or not get a laugh from something they're really doing. And it's like those are the best scenes though, when you have that moment of just like so serious, and then that's when a fart noise can really make a whole scene. Like, you ever get so serious in a scene that anything like that would just break the tension immediately,
That's
and
what
it's just great.
it's the tension. You're
Yep.
building this tension up and you're being vulnerable, which is very scary because I think a lot of improvisers and comedians in general use humor as a defense or a weapon to
Hmm.
protect themselves. And now you're asking them to open that up and expose themselves to that feeling again or that moment again. And it's not something that a lot of comedians will gravitate towards. They'll rather put on the mask or rather end with the punching and the blood and all that stuff versus like, oh, what a wonderful end to a story that I guarantee you will get you applause. We love coming together. The coming together, the applause is the best part of that.
Yeah, versus immediately throwing a wrench in it and
Yes.
being like, and I remember in that moment, I was like, this feels like the wrong choice. And I did it, but I'm so happy I made that choice to learn that lesson from that person. Like, for me to be like, to do that, to sabotage that was so out of character, I feel. And then him being like, you do it all the time, probably. And I'm like, a show do a sabotage all the time. Like, you gotta not do that. Like, so definitely in improv scene, setting yourself up for success and setting your partner up for success too.
You tell this sweet story about your real kiss and how vulnerable that first kiss was. And then he goes, oh, you don't have to sabotage yourself at the end. And then you go into a big character. Who, me? I don't have.
I don't have nothing. This is who I am. I'm definitely like, I turn into a big like Texas salesman sometimes for sure.
Well, and you know, the one of the things I really admire about you is like you're one of these fearless and always have been fearless performers. You'll literally throw yourself around stage, but then also you'll write these scenes like that Halloween scene, which was like so sweet and so wonderful and vulnerable and just like an amazing scene. And you kind of have the best to me. I'm like, you have the best of both worlds. You can do those outlandish things, but then in the same show, you can hit people with these like really well acted characters in emotional moments that are just to me we don't see that enough in sketch. We don't see people enough want to take that kind of vulnerable risk and show the range like that. Are you somebody who's always kind of studied human nature and liked character work in addition to like that emotional side?
I think I tend to like be very self-aware, but also like very aware of other people, my surroundings, and how like I think that comes from like probably getting bullied, right? But you're so aware of
Yeah.
how you're affecting other people and how other people feel around you. Like, I don't want them to feel this way. So it's like you watch other people a lot. And I think just with watching other people and being kind of on edge a little bit, I kind of accidentally studied people and was like, now I can do an impression of somebody if I'm around them long enough, kind of thing. Like,
That
and it's just, yeah.
I mean, that's like to me, I always describe like when people talk about character work and improv, I'm like, study people, watch people, don't try to make fun of them, just try to be who they are. Notice their personalities, their quirks, like what makes them special. And when in doubt, make them a hero, especially those that are on like the fringes of society. It's easy to punch down on those folks, but like raise them up, like or at least have them be competent and not aware that they're that way. That to me is bringing heart to your characters.
Yeah, let the underdog win sometimes. It's
Oh
okay to
yes,
do that. It's okay for the
especially
underdog
in
to win.
improv.
People love that. People love that. Have you ever seen a movie? Come on now. Airbud. Literally an underdog.
Well,
Literally a dog.
I always talk about that in class. I'm like, bullies can't win in improv. That's like the golden
No,
rule. Like they cannot win. You have to let
not in this world because
not in
they
our
won
world.
everywhere else. Yeah, not in
No,
this
you don't
world.
don't let them win there. The underdog has to win. The bully has to get punched. We have to root for that. If there's a nerd in scene, come out as a second nerd. Don't come out and bully the nerd. Like there are so many stronger choices. But I guess that comes with a lot of empathy and a lot of care for other people.
Exactly. And I think too, maybe you can be the bully, just bring some humanity to the bully, right?
Yeah.
Like make it a whole ass person, if you will. Like if you're gonna bring it into improv, it's gotta have all these characters, like not to quote Shrek, but I do every day.
Of course.
It's like an onion, like you gotta peel it back. Like it's, if you're a bully, you're not just a bully, you're a bully that bullies other bullies, like, right? Like
Yeah.
what's the thing that makes you different? Like I've seen a million bullies come out with something different, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm writing that down. Bullies who bully bullies.
I just picture you will teach, because you also teach. I picture you in a class, and then like week 8 of a class, you go, Darren, that finally was a whole ass person.
Yeah, you're a whole ass person, Darren. It definitely is true with my like eating like carrots during class and things like that, always snacking, grazing. You gotta have energy. Gotta have energy to teach. I'm always grazing. I'm guilty of that.
It is a certain amount of performance, because everybody's eyes are on you, and you have to deliver material in a certain, you have to deliver notes differently to different people. And it is something that is, it can be very tiring, and you do have to, I find the same thing. You got to snack. You got to have something to
Yeah, you gotta have something to munch on. Can't just do coffee. Like performers just love their coffee and go. And I'm guilty of that for sure. But like you got to have something that fuels you. It can't just be like, hunger for fame and your caffeine intake, your Red Bull. Like you gotta have something different.
substance.
Substance, not substance abuse, but substance.
Well, well, and I would say like that also describes your characters. You do characters with substance. They're not like caricatures. Like these are thought out, and whether it's in sketch or in improv, you come out and they're fully developed. Like these are characters. These aren't just like voices or things like that. They're like the whole body experience. And that's something that I think some people have it, some people can develop it, and some people will never get the feeling of like have a fully developed character, not just caricatures and voices.
Yeah, it's hard. Like it's when you're teaching that aspect, it's hard because it's like you have to start from people you know. All my characters are from people I know, right?
Yeah.
Like my mom when she's angry, like this certain character, like so and so when they're hungry, like, and that's easier to make a whole person because you already have them all day. Like I know what they,
You know
like
what they're
you
gonna
spend
do?
enough time with. Yeah, I know what they're gonna do.
It's like
Exactly.
that's what I was taught too. It's like start with you, versions of you, then people you know, because you know how they're going to act in that situation. Then just do heightened versions of that. And I feel like if you just do that, and then you sprinkle in people you see walking down the street every now and then, you're like, oh, that would be something interesting to try. And I think you'd be set with characters and what you can bring.
Exactly. Just study other people, watch and get out of your own head and you study whole ass people, then you'll be fine.
Erin Field's whole ass person workshop.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell that. You just watch. People are gonna sign up.
Well, speaking of that, where if people want to like follow you or reach out to you, because you do one-on-one coaching, sketch, and improv also, in addition to teaching groups and directing, and you're a really proficient writer. Like I had the pleasure of directing you in a sketch group, and I hardly ever gave you notes for your writing. It's always like, yep, that'll go up. Like I think you're really good at sketch writing as well. But if people want to follow you, connect with you, reach out to you, what's the best way they can do that?
They can do that through Facebook or Instagram. I'm on there, Erin Field, probably in some sort of zany hair color, of course, in the pictures. But you can follow me, reach out to me there. I'm on TikTok as well, so you can watch me over there, do some character, all the characters Jay's talking about. That's where they currently live right now. And I'm starting a podcast. New episode comes out this week. The first episode, it's premiering actually. So check that out. It's called Tactical Butt Cheeks. Name sticking, Jay. It's sticking.
Of course it is.
And this is it'll be the first episode's coming out, I believe, tomorrow. So I'll drop that. Follow me. Yeah. And so it's a new endeavor. It's inspired by all the things you do too, Jay. So, gotta keep it, gotta knock you out of the spotlight a little bit. You know what I mean? I gotta show girls you. I gotta push you down a flight of stairs.
Please do. Erin, you are one of my favorite people. I love you to death, and I think the most of you. Thank you for taking time out, and whether it's in person or virtual, I can't wait to play with you again, my friend.
Soon. Same here, Jay. Thanks for having me.
All right, take care. Bye, doggy.
Bye.